Hi guys, sorry about that. Had a slight technical hitch there. My phone wasn't allowing the battery, but hello and welcome to the Eddie Stobart and morning video for a change. Now we have got quite a lot to do in this issue. We are going to be attaching the axle to the actual chassis. So these are the parts that we had. Just realised I've left the axle in the other room, but I'll go and grab that. And we're going to be doing the front right suspension. A leaf spring is fitted to the front axle. The axle and shock absorbers are fitted to the chassis. So we're going to be doing that. And as you can see here, we're going to be attaching that left leaf spring onto here, which will form the whole section of that axle, and then fitting some other components. And then we're literally going to be putting one of the absorber cylinders into the chassis here. And what's even exciting, we've got pages and pages of this because we're going to be inserting this into the chassis. Yes, it's a very exciting stage, this one. And then obviously at the end, we'll have something that looks like that. Coming out next week, fingers crossed it will come in on the Wednesday, but you don't know. Next week is rear air tanks, rear right and left air tanks, tank rack apparently, tank holders and assorted screws. So let's get ourselves into the little pack of luxury that we've got here, and let's see what we got in here, shall we? There's bits and pieces. We've got loads of screws by the looks of it, so that's nice. A couple of springs, hopefully we've got all the bits. There we go, a couple of pins. Oh wow. Okay, cool. So same sort of situation as last time. I just need to go into the other room. By the way, we've got a pack of DD06 screws, a pack of DP12. I don't think we've worked on that before, have we? DP12, wow. DP06 as well. I'm going to move that over. I just need to go and grab the axle and we'll get started. So how is everyone doing anyway? But yeah, so just to recap, this is what we did last time. So let's get started and get this moving, shall we? Hopefully we won't have a cock up like we did last week because this was labelled wrong or something. So yeah, wow. Okay, so this looks like it goes underneath here and then onto there like that, I should imagine. Something like that. I mean, it doesn't really matter to... Oh, yeah. Right, so first thing to look out for, as you can see here, if you put it this way, it's a little bit shorter at the top. So it is directional. You put it that way, and then it goes perfect. So that's the way to tell if it's around the wrong way. So let's put that there. They're going to be secured in with DP06 screws. Let's get the DP06. And I think I'll use, where's that little thin screwdriver? I'll use this one actually. See how far we get on with this. And put this one up here like this. Lovely. And the little pin grips here, I quite like that little pin. So screw this. I can't believe we're actually going to be putting this onto the actual, you know, the actual framing of the chassis. Yeah, I'm just checking because that screw gives me the nervous, because you always think that it's going to go right through it and not, you know, tighten if you like. This is a lovely little contraption, I have to say. Lovely. As I said, if you are commenting, I will get to it as quickly as I can. I am a bit handful at the moment. But yeah, this was running late, so it's lovely to have it in. I got a massive box yesterday with the chassis of the Dodge. I'll show you a close-up later. Okay, so that goes into there. Lovely, look at that. Oh, wow. That's awesome. Okay, so next what we're going to do is obviously remember that last time we put this section on here. We're going to now put the other piston onto this side over this section here. So this is basically going to attach onto here like that. And then we're going to put a DD06 screw through. But remember that it's not DD06 because the screw we're after is the one that's got that little thing on the back. This is a DP12 by the looks of it, although DP6 is the same. Ignore me, I'm talking gibberish. It's because last week we had a problem with the misprint on there, but someone, I think it was Daft DMC, who said the bags may have been labelled wrong. So, and Christopher Horton, is it? Thank you for letting me know. Yes, for some reason I thought it was issue 70 this week. We're going into the future. Right, how are we going to get that round there? If we twist that round there like that. Lovely jubbly. Delboy trotter. This is a lovely contraption, I have to say. Let's move that down. That's going to go down there like that. I don't know how loose or stiff it's got to be, but we can always, you know, tighten that off if need be. Might just give it a little bit of a loosen there, just in case. We can always tighten it up if need be. I'll leave it there. Actually, I want it tighter. I don't like that. But yeah, if it needs to be loosened, we can do that. Okay, lovely. So that's that section there done. Let's get to some comments. If we've got any, no comments, lovely. Let's move that over to that one there. Righty ho. So next, what we've got to do is bring in the chassis. So we're working on, let me move my bits and bobs out of the way. We're going to be working on these two holes either side of here. Okay. And what's going to happen is we're going to be putting the shock absorber cylinders, which is this little part here, that's going to go into that hole right there, you know. So I assume, just put that up there like that. Yeah, lovely, excellent. Okay, so that's going to go into there like that, and that's going to be secured in with a DP12 screw. Where's my DP12? There we go. So, can you see that okay? Yeah, lovely. Half the time I forget the camera's there. So now I do recall we had a shock absorber left over from last time. So I have a feeling I've mislaid that. This is one of these type of things where you have to hold it because it will swivel and swivel and swivel. Let me take that out for a minute. It will just keep swiveling. What's happened to that? I swear I put a pin through there. What the hell? I'll have to look at that. You have to grip it and tighten it at the same time because it will swivel round. Lovely jubbly, look at that. Oh wow. So that goes under there like that. It's on like a slight angle. That's impressive. I like that. That's lovely. Okay, so once we've done that, we do have another one of these. Just want to make sure that's lovely and tight. We do have another one for these, but the way I deal with my channel is I dive straight into it. And I don't know where I put that other piston. Oh crap. Aha! Come to daddy. Come on, there you go. Lovely, found it. Aha. Sweet. Sorry about that. Some idiot kept ringing me. Go away. Probably a spam call. So apologies about that. Oh yeah, man. It's not much. It's because I have big hands. It's very difficult for me to. Yeah, that's the way to do it. That's the way. I like it. I'm probably making this difficult for myself, but let me get this round here. Scooch it up the shaft there. Lovely. So yeah, apologies about that. I was not expecting a phone call just then. Oh man. It's gripping it for me because I have massive hands. I find this quite challenging, but we will get there. Maybe if I go in that way. Oh yeah, there we go. But then my hand bashes the camera. That's the problem. Just see. There we go. You need a lot of pressure for this. Not too much, but lovely. Fantastic. Okay, so what's going to happen now is we've got 2 springs that we need to put onto the cylinders that we've just put there. So we're going to flip this over like so. Let me just push. I'm going to flip this over like so, because this axle that we've been doing very carefully, we're going to be putting these springs into there by the looks of it. Let me just check that. Yep, looks like they're going into there like that. Wow, so it's going to create like a little suspension. Oh, that's nice. Cool. So once we've done that, obviously with the chassis upside down, we've got 4 circles, 2, and then they've got another 2 just coming up towards the back of here they're pointing at. So as you can see in the manual, we're just looking at this section just about there, and we're basically now going to insert the axle. So the axle, let's have a look here. So if they're that way, it looks like, does it go like that? I think it goes like that. Does it go like that? No, because these pipes have got to go through there. Does it go like that? As I say, I'm not one of these type of YouTubers that rehearses things. I like to dive just straight into it and tackle challenges as I come across it. Okay. Let me just have a look at that. I'm thinking that that's possibly round the wrong way. If we've got the mudguard this way. Oh no, it is right. I think he says. Yeah, that is right. Okay, cool. But we need to get them, as you can see, that's what I want. Yeah, it slots into that little hole there, and then we've got another one that, what's happened here? It's a bit on the crank. Let me take that out. I think what you'll find is these bars go into these little brackets at the top there. So let me just raise that up a bit more. Yeah, maybe move this over a bit. I think they go into there like that. Maybe they go into probably there. What's happening here? It's getting stuck on something. Yeah, because it has to go in there because there's a groove there. So why is it getting jammed? Not liking it. I've done that right. I'm sure I have. Maybe it goes like that. I'm not liking this, guys. What you're thinking? I'm not liking that. Because obviously in the diagram here, we've got a straight section. So let's have a look, investigation, see what's happening here. Because that is supposed to be, or maybe they're supposed to be straight like that. And maybe that goes in like that. Maybe. Because that spring's gone into there. I think what it might be is the springs are not. What is happening here? I'm baffled. I'm absolutely baffled. I can't work out what's going on here. I mean, it can't just sit like that, surely. Maybe it goes that way. But it can't go that way because these are right down here. So that was the right way. But for some reason, I can't get that in. Right, we know, let's show you something here. We know that's got to go down there because there's a hole here, which this will be attached to, I should imagine. So why are we having so much difficulty in getting this? I don't understand. Something is not working somewhere. I'm absolutely confused. I don't get it. You can't get it done. You need to hold the axle as you position it. See, I've put them in there, so very interesting. Right, I see what the problem is. This bar is facing onto here. It needs to bypass that bar. That's what our issue is, I think. So it needs to go like that. There we go. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that is a fiddly part. Yeah, there we go. It was bashing on that bar, I think. So then theoretically, once we get that down there, lovely, and then that goes down there. Fantastic, we've got there. Excellent. Yeah, that's what it was. So what the issue was here is this bar here was lifting on top of that, where it needs to go the other side of it. And then what that allows you to do is to position it directly into that piston thing. And then we've got a screw point where this, I suspect, will be screwed onto. Whew, that was a challenge. Okay, so once we've done that, that's all tickety-boo. And the next section is, it looks as if, yeah, we've lined them up into there. We're going to be screwing a pin. So we've got a pin that's going in here. So this pin apparently is going in towards, let's have a look here. So the pin, it looks as if the pin goes up this end of the vehicle. So yeah, it's a pin. That's interesting. Wow. Oh, I like this. But remember that start bit is the bit always at the top. So this pin, I suspect, goes through here, does it? Yep. Cool, this is going to be a bit of a jiggle around. Lovely. So now we've got to try and compress this pin through here. I hate parts like this because you have to really like sort of line it up. See what's going on. Yeah, that needs to go a little bit further down so that we can get that pin. There we go. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Yeah. And then we will do a compression. And that's put that pin in, as you can see. Wow. I would have thought we'd have to glue that. That's fantastic. Oh, I like that. Awesome. Okay, so then we put another pin, I assume, in this side here, making sure that this little star thing is at the outside. That's going to go. Now, this should already be lined up because, actually, if you're not, there we go. And then we'll just suction that in. This is lovely to get this part in, I have to say. You know, when you've had like parts lying about all the time. 3, 2, 1. Obviously, watch this wire here as well, because we need to suction that in. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Lovely. That's gone in lovely. It's nice and flush as well. As you can see, that's gorgeous. Okay. So then I assume we have to put pins in the other side as well. I think. Let's take a look. Actually, it's getting heavier and heavier and heavier. It's lovely. Okay, so fit 2 more pins. Yeah, I believe, I'm just checking. I think we'll put pins in this side because they're provided for, wouldn't they? So I suspect we put pins through here as well. That's going to be a tight section. Wow, because we've got this in the way, you see. Let me get some C6. Where's my C6? Let's try that. Okay, put that into there. 3, 2, 1. Oh, you little git. Come on, man. There we go. Lovely. And then suction. That's that one. And now where did that pin go? That's that one around here. Lovely. This is lovely. I really like this. This one could be a challenge because we've got to line it up as well, you see. So, God blimey. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. I'm not going to get this back off if we need to go down them wires. However, I have a cunning plan. This is, oh man, this is fiddly. I've got to get this pin in. The difficulty we have is that this bar here is not lining up. So, wow. Wow, this is going to be challenging. I have to say, this is, as I said, I really like it when we get parts that we can put into the chassis. Yeah, stay there, please don't move. Please don't move. How the hell are we going to get that through there? We've got a pipe here. You've got to be so careful. Ah, there we go, lovely. Yeah. But we've got to be so careful that we don't chip any of the paintwork here. So I'm just going to get some suction and suck that together. There we go. Well, that is that. Wow, quite enjoyed that. Yeah, so obviously if you want to get this build, that is it. That's all we have to do in this issue. So let's take a recap of what we've done. That was quite an easy issue. Got a bit confused here, but as I said, if you find that that's not going in, it's because these bars have to go the other side of these red parts here, because they're like stands, if you like. So now what we have, I wonder what that's for. You could pick it up like that, look. I like that. That's lovely. And then obviously the wheels are, you know, tickety-boo. Lovely. So let's turn it off. We're getting closer and closer to that cab. But as I said, they go into there like that. This is gorgeous. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. Right, I'm going to have a cheat here. I'm going to have a cheat here. So you see that wheel? That's obviously where we're going to put the time, isn't it? So let's take a sneak peek. Might do it with that one, actually. Where's the one that we've got that? I'm just trying to think which one has that rim. Now, obviously, I don't know if this one is the double or the back. Normally, you get doubles at the back, but just for testing, I just want to have a look at this. So that's going to be basically what we're looking at. Obviously, it's not screwed on yet, but it's very loose. So, should imagine. Where's that hole gone? Come on, there we go. Thank you. Wow, that's quite a big gap, though, isn't it? Quite a big gap, but obviously remember that there has to be a gap, because obviously when there's mud and water, it flicks up onto this mud guard and stops it getting onto the back. So obviously that is basically what we're looking at, like that. OMG, this is exciting, guys. You know, when we get, this is getting closer and closer to getting that cab put on. This is awesome. I reckon the next couple of issues we should have the wheels on. That's awesome. And look at the freeway of that. They're really loose at the moment. Obviously, we may have something that connects onto here, maybe. But yeah, just to get that in is lovely. Yeah, wow, quite enjoyed that. And then obviously, we're going to be putting some other tanks and bits and pieces next week. I haven't forgot about this. It seems like my pins fell out. So I've got to go hunting around for that. I might just get a replacement issue just to get them pins, and then I can secure that on. We had a problem with this end, because it needs filing inside that shaft. So I don't know how my pins fell out, but I'll have a look for that. But yeah, it's really starting to get exciting now. Really, really lovely. As I said, you've got this lovely little stand, and what that does is you can hold that there, and then basically if you hold it down on the floor like that, it gives it a bit of a stand to hold it up. So that is awesome. That's really impressive. So let's take that down. That's lovely to be able to get that secured in and off the shelf, which is lovely. And this is the section that we've got here. So obviously the rear air tanks will be next week, and it's going to have rear right and left air tanks, tank rack, tank holders, and assorted screws. That was really, really lovely issue. I thoroughly enjoyed that. But yeah, so all I would say again is if you're having difficulty getting that in, it's because these bars need to go the other side of that. But I really enjoyed that issue. So please remember to like, share, subscribe, tap the bell if you want to be notified for all the videos I do. Remember, this should be next Wednesday. If it isn't, then it's running late. So we should try and get this back on the Wednesday at 2 o'clock. But please remember to like, share, subscribe, tap the bell if you want to be notified of all the videos that I do. And I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.